All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is the Brother Mayum coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and all the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and His truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick video, just kind of going into these layoffs that have been happening. I actually watched the video a little bit ago, and let me see if I can find the title of the video. It says Americans can't find jobs. I don't want to click on the video, but to see the rest of the title, actually, let me.
And another thing,
it says Americans can't find jobs. Now they admit we're in a recession. Which we've been, the U.S. economy has been in a recession for a while now, but now you're starting to have certain people that are starting to admit to these things because reality is starting to be presented before them. All right. But real quick, if I haven't done so already, let me first and foremost give all the praise and all the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachah HaKodash. Double honor to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and His truth and sincerity. And so, as we continue to progress, to the return of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, who the world literally calls God and Jesus Christ, all right, we're starting to see things, ramp up here on the earth as far as prophecy goes, and a lot of these things have already been happening. A lot of things have already happened. And very, very few things are left to take place on the, in this place, man. So, it's only going to continue to get worse. As it talks about in 2nd Ezra chapter 6. I think it's chapter 6. Yeah, which we'll get, because, hey, man, this is what we see taking place right now. A lot of these people are hurt. A lot of these people's pockets are hurt. People are completely through out here, man. As a matter of fact, I got this article pulled up. It's off of CBSnews.com. But the article is entitled Layoffs Across the U.S. Soar to Highest Level Since 2020, led by Doge Cuts. All right, and it has here some data. It says in February, just February of this year, there was 172,000 and there was 172,017 layoffs. 172,017 layoffs. Or 172. Yeah, I'm saying it right. 172,000, pretty much 172,000 layoffs in just February. Now, compared to 2020, okay, which in 2020 there was a total of like 245,000, I believe it showed here. Yep, 262,000 cuts were announced in 2020. So this is just in 1 month. Okay, this is, they say, is compared to January, February's cuts are 245% higher. Okay, let me say that again. February cuts were at 172,000 compared to January. That's a 242% increase. That's the difference in how much worse things are getting and how quickly they're happening, man. And again, man, this is what Yahweh Shai said would be taking place here in these last days, man. All right, let me get this real quick in Matthews 24 and 21. Verse, it says, for Matthews 24 and 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And we're starting to see the beginning of these tribulations, man. People are bugging out about eggs. People are tripping, about all types of shit, man. About how much more pricing is going to increase once these tariffs actually start to kick in here in the States, man. As far as the retaliatory tariffs that these other nations are putting up on America, man. But you're getting ready to see a time like no other, man. Okay? It says, verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So things are going to ramp up. Things are going to happen a lot quicker in a short period of time and seem to be a whole lot worse, man. Okay? Because of how quickly things are escalating. You know, people like to use those means that escalated quickly. Well, these prophecies are getting ready to escalate quickly on the people here in Babylon the Great. Okay, this is why Isaiah chapter 19 talks about that the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. Okay, Isaiah 19:14, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. Excuse me, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. You see, and that's what the leaders of this particular government are doing, man. Is they're staggering in their vomit. They're thinking that what they're doing is going to bring about a better change. And you got a lot of these bug outs that really think that, oh, well, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Well, no, it's not going to get worse. That's the whole thing about these Americans, man, is their pride and their belief that things are going to get better, man, is mistaken, man. Because things aren't going to get better. Okay, we seen that under the first time Trump was in office. Things didn't get better, did they? Things got worse. And now he's back again, and things are only going to get even more worse. Okay, so if you thought it got bad before, well, it's only going to get worse now. Okay, and when this amount of people being laid off, people think this is all a big joke, man. A lot of you people getting ready to suffer, man. Okay, it says verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Let me see what this says in the NLT. Okay, there shall be no work in Egypt. Okay, Isaiah 19:15 says, there is nothing Egypt can do. All are helpless, the head and the tail, the noble palm branch and the lowly reed, man. So there's nothing that nobody's going to be able to do to help you out, man. There's not going to be no you got these people talking about, oh, they're going to be giving us back that money, that Doge money, what's the word they use? Stimulus check. You ain't getting no fucking money, man. The math doesn't even make no fucking sense. If you clowns will sit there and actually do the math, everybody gonna get $5,000. Come on, man, that shit don't even make fucking sense, man. You fucking Americans are just a bunch of dickheads that don't know shit, man. You just need to shut the hell up and just go on about your business until the day that you perish. That's what you need to do, instead of worrying about what's actually taking place, because you obviously don't know shit and you're not gonna know nothing, because the Lord isn't dealing with you. Only the prophets have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of what's taking place, because the Lord has revealed these things to the prophets, man. That's what you need. You just need to take heed to what the prophets are telling you to do and just do it, man. As the scriptures say, you be not hearers of the word only, but doers, man. Just do what the prophets are telling you. The word is said for us to be doing to receive salvation, man, for you Israelites, man, here in America. You ain't gonna save yourself, man. You got a lot of things happening right now in Israel that is can be a big distraction to you Israelites, but you need to be focused on what's happening, man. You need to be focused and taking note of what the Lord is doing here on the earth, man, because things are getting ready to be ramped up, and what one man was doing and what another man was doing ain't gonna matter when shit hits the fan. We get it. The Lord has these things come out for a particular reason, but the prophets, are the ones that bring these things out, man. The rest of y'all just need to be focused on getting by, man, and doing the best you can to believe and trust in the Heavenly Father, because it's going to get bad out here, man. A lot of people are going to end up suffering. Okay? So let me go back to this article and read a little bit on it. It says, layoffs across the U.S. spiked in February, reaching their highest level since July 2020, led by widespread firings of government workers ordered by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, according to outplacement firm Challenger. Gray and Christmas says employers cut 172,000 jobs last month, a 245% increase from January, and double the number that was announced during the same month a year ago. The company said. It said that marks the highest monthly number of layoffs since July 2020, when 262,649 cuts were announced, the firm added, man. So see, it's just about to get crazy, man. Okay, people, were scrambling back in 2020 to figure out what to do. A lot of people went to social media to try to look to get paid. And you still have a lot of you clowns out here that are looking to social media to figure out ways to get paid, man. You're doing all types of ridiculous ass shit, okay, making yourself look like an ass just to try to make ends meet through the internet, man, which is gonna all fail you, man. Eventually what's gonna end up happening is a lot of people are gonna start to get to the point to where they're just gonna fight to try to get by, man. Okay, and that's what it talks about here in that second Ezra 6 that I mentioned earlier, because, and you see what's happening too with these food prices, especially with eggs, which a lot of things are made with eggs. And you know, the diet here in America is to eat a lot of bread, things, bakery, pastries, shit like that, and a lot of these things require eggs to make them, man. So you can expect a lot of things, their prices to go up, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22, and tariffs got a lot to do with this as well. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses, Salakia, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. That's talking about these grocery stores, these warehouses, all right, hold this merchandise that be coming in. A lot of this shit is getting ready to be empty, man. You already see the thing, and if it's not empty, if you see some of the products on the shelves, the price is going to be going up by hundreds of %. Okay, I believe they were talking about the egg prices are up like 97%, or even more in some places, man, depending on the type of eggs that you buy, man. That shit is fucking ridiculous. 100%, 100% more for a product that just last month or the month before you were paying, $4 for. They were bringing out information in the video I was watching where in some cases you got $20 eggs, 12 count, a dozen eggs for $20, man. Who the fuck is gonna buy that, man? Who the fuck is gonna buy that shit, man? You better start mixing. Slack you. You better start mixing water with your shit, man. Instead of using eggs, or figure something out. But see, again, the men of the Lord are the ones that are figuring these things out of how to get around it, because the Lord has given us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be the stability of our times, man. And a part of that stability is going to come in us knowing ways of how to navigate around what's taking place, man. Especially when it comes to shortages in particular foods that you normally buy, man. Which, eggs, like I said, that's a common, purchase that people buy, man, at the grocery store. Including milk. They're talking about this whole bird flu thing passing on to cows and shit. So again, man, this is gonna get, scarce out here, man. This is that scant measure. We've been talking about this for years, but hey, man, the prophets are gonna be speaking now. Okay, a lot of y'all like to mock and laugh at the prophets because when we were telling you these things, they weren't taking place. But guess what? The vision was yet for an appointed time. But in the end, they shall speak and not lie. And now these things aren't lying. And you don't hear nobody out here talking about that they see things getting better, man. You got some clowns talking about in a year or two that things should get. Nah, man, in a year or two, nigga, we might not even be here, man. Like, what the hell? What are you talking about? The world is in complete shambles, and here in Babylon the Great, man, America has isolated itself, which is why a lot of you Americans are going to be struggling and are struggling. Okay, because America has been for the longest time mainly an import country. Okay, where they import their goods. Okay. But it goes on to say, this verse, 2nd Ezra 6 and 23, says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear, they shall be suddenly afraid. See? Suddenly shall be afraid, man. And that trumpet is sounding, man. Okay? Which that last trump that's going to blow is going to be those missiles. And you already know that these people are going to be completely terrified when they see that. Because that's going to be the cherry on the top of the cake. The missiles. Okay, and we see that being prepared as we speak as well. Okay, with America making enemies of their own allies. And you see how over there in Europe, the EU nations are, backing up now, how they're rallying around Zelensky, you know, I can already see that, you know, happening, that when America actually gets involved into a war, when they're going through it, those nations are going to turn their back, which is what the scriptures tell you they're going to do. And they're going to attack this place as well. Okay? But it goes to say, 2 Ezra 6:24, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. You know? So again, it is at that time shall friends fight one another like enemies, man. That's how bad it's going to get. Okay? And you can call us whatever you like. You can call us fear mongers and this and that and prophets of doom. And well, guess what? That's what we're here to do, man. To instill the fear of the Heavenly Father upon you, because it's the Heavenly Father that's bringing these things about, man. It's not nobody else. It's not man shooting himself in the foot. It's the Lord causing these people to destroy themselves from within. That's why the Lord has a lot of infighting happening and a lot of division taking place, man. Okay? From governments, from countries, down to families, man. The Lord is bringing about a great division upon this earth, because this is what is said to be taking place on the earth in these last days, man. Okay? And brothers know, you know, the precepts and what they say about these last days, man. You know, especially pertaining to these jobs. You know, here in Ecclesiastes 12:3 it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, meaning these financial experts, all right, these people that watch the markets, all right, and the trends. A lot of these guys are hightailing it, man. A lot of these guys are selling off. You've been seeing over the last, you know, I say 10 years, a lot of CEOs stepping down, okay? A lot of, you know, major stockholders and companies selling off their stocks, man. Why? You got to ask yourself, why are they doing that? But a lot of you people don't do that, man. You don't ask yourself why they been doing these things. What do they know that you don't? See, you don't ask yourself that. And what you're getting ready to find out is why. It's because this place was circling the drain. And so has the U.S. economy has been circling the drain, man. It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, meaning these jobs, man. Because what does a grinder do? A grinder back in the ancient days would grind meal, okay, seed to make meal, okay? So when they cease because there's few, that means there's few laborers, man. And we're seeing that with these job cuts. It says, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low. Businesses are going to be forced to close up, man. But you've been seeing these major companies closing up their stores, man. Macy's, JCPenney's, you know, Big Lots, you know, Red Lobster, the N-Dub's favorite place, you know, so on and so forth, man. And things have been shutting down. A lot of these companies, you know, now, you know, with these old egg thing, man, there a lot of these food, especially with the food industry, man, they're struggling, man. And if they haven't already passed on the prices to the people, they're gonna soon pass it on to you. Okay. You know, the brother Ash just mentioned that a while back. They Waffle House, Denny's, all these places, and look at it, they raising their prices up, man. Anything, charging you a surcharge for eggs. That shit's crazy, man. Probably, you know, I haven't particularly seen it myself. You know, but I can only imagine like $4 or $5 surcharge, man, just to get an omelet. And they're going to give you less eggs in it. So you're getting charged more for less, which is what's been taking place. If you haven't noticed, it's called shrinkflation. Okay, charge you more for less, or charge you the same for less. But in this case, you're getting charged. You're getting a surcharge on top of what you would normally pay. Okay. And you already know that the value of the dollar has been decreasing. This is why they're switching over to a digital currency, man. A new system. Okay, a new way of making payments. And it's also the new system is gonna come with a new form of payment. Okay. So hey, man, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and close out there. You know, Salaki, if I rambled a little bit, you know, this is just an impromptu lesson. You know, Lord's will, this was edifying. I want to give all the praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rechaha Kudash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone. Much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and this truth and sincerity. With that, I say shalom.